So if you look from the posterior view, you can see that that spine is really pretty straight. If you look at the lateral view, you can see that there's, you know, this is a healthy spine. It's got normal curves. Can you see how that looks like in a human? Okay. But what we're going to find out when we do our posture study is when you wear heels, when you walk funny, when you do different things, if you've got one leg longer than the other for some reason, it changes how your spine, how straight your spine is. Okay, so let's look at the motions, and again, this should not be new information. Okay, so basically, flexion, extension, hyperextension. Okay, and I don't know that we're going to get so specific in the muscles for the neck and back, other than general muscle groups. But the thing you need to really connect with, that y'all are all still struggling with, is hyperextension is just more extension. It's not a separate movement. Okay? And it doesn't have separate muscles. The muscles that extend the neck also hyperextend the neck. Okay? So hyperextension is just more extension. Okay, then if we move down here, we've also got lateral bending, so right lateral flexion, left lateral flexion, and then rotation. And then if we look at the rest of your spine, we've got your trunk. So you've got flexion, extension, hyperextension. You've got lateral flexion and rotation. Okay? Where we don't see a lot of rotation is in the thoracic area, because the thorax, why do you think that is? Let me just ask you that question. Why do you think that is? Huh? No, because the most weight bearing is really the lumbar. It's because you've got your ribs attached. So you've got your rib cage there, and so the rib cage limits a lot of the motion that you would do in the thorax area. All right, let's look at the bones. If we look at a spine, so if you take a moment to look at the spine, you can see that all the vertebrae have about the same pieces parts, but how they come together can be different in different parts of the spine. Okay, so your lumbar vertebra, the vertebral body, is going to be bigger and thicker because that's the weight-bearing area versus up in the neck. Unless you've got a really big head. If you look at the spinous processes, they're a little more straight out in the cervical area so that you can hyperextend. They're a little more, they become a little more angled down in the thoracic area because we don't want to hyperextend too much in that thoracic area. Otherwise, you'll compress your lung and your heart and those kinds of things. And then down in the lumbar area, they become shorter, thicker, straighter again. Again, so that you can do that hyperextension. Okay. If you're really good at that, you can try out for shirt to select.